everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really well. So today's video is going to be a recommendation video and I am going to recommend top 5 plays that I loved reading. So I would like to share a little story. My relationship with plays began during my school days since I was from the ICSE board. So I was introduced to Shakespeare during my 8th standard and we started reading plays during that time, and also because I did my literature honors, so that is why I had to read a lot of plays because they were in my syllabus, of course, and also that habit of reading began from there. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do in this video. I'm going to tell you about 5 plays that I loved reading. Without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. So the first play that I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite plays of all time, and that is Macbeth by William Shakespeare. Like I'll tell you, this play is said to be one of the shortest plays by William Shakespeare, yet it is full of action. Like, it has prophecies, it has nightmares, it has witchcraft, it has murders, it has stealing, and whatnot. This play begins with a prophecy told by 3 witches to Macbeth, which becomes the foundation of the complete play, and then it ends with a brutal murder, like a bloodshed sliced head. So this play begins with prophecy, has a lot of nightmare and verbal encounters and fights and bloodsheds and whatnot, and at the end, a beheaded Macbeth. One of my favorite characters of this play is Lady Macbeth. It is such a strong character written by William Shakespeare. How she intimidates Macbeth, that greed is so provoked inside both Lady Macbeth and Macbeth, that how she has manipulated Macbeth at so many points of times, and such a lovely play, and I love reading this play. So this was my take on Macbeth. So the second play that I would like to talk about is The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. So this play is a very different play that I had read, and this play is a memory play. So in the beginning we are introduced to Tom, who is the narrator and the protagonist of the play. He is the one who shares his memory about his mother Amanda and sister Laura. Since it's a memory play, Tom also cautions the audience that whatever they might be seeing is not precisely what might have happened. So this play is all about the main characters, Tom, Laura, Amanda and Jim. This is a play where Amanda, Tom and Laura lives together in a small apartment. So Amanda is very eager to find a suitable suitor for her daughter Laura, and sooner Tom brings up the name of Jim. How Amanda gets very excited about it and prepares everything, like the house and the dinner and everything nicely. It is almost like how she is reliving her 20s. It tells about how Jim and Laura had some past, and also that that Laura was very shy girl. So at one point of time she didn't even come to the dinner which was organized for her and Jim. And yeah, then how Jim tells Laura that he is already engaged and he cannot marry Laura. So something happens between the two, and there's a glass menagerie that breaks, and Laura gives it to Jim as a gift and asks him to leave. So all this happens, and then Tom is surprised because he did not know about this engagement thing, and that he also concluded that it might be possible that Jim has told a lie about being engaged because he might not be interested in Laura because of her shyness and all the other characters that has been introduced in the play. So this play is like a very how do I say it, a very different take on the life of these 3 characters, and yeah, you would love reading it. The other play that tops my list is Look Back in Anger by John Osborne. So this play talks about the life and marital struggles between Jimmy Potter, who is a very intelligent, educated, working class employee, and his wife Allison, who is equally competitive but from a high class society and how these two people struggle their ways out during their marriage tenure. It is also said that it has some autobiographical elements and how John Osborne has taken inspiration from his failed marriage. That is like the crux of the play. And yes, the famous angry young man phrase comes from John Osborne's play Look Back in Anger, and you'll come to know what are the struggles, what are the hard realism that this play brings out. And yeah, that is why this is one of my favorite plays that I've read. The next play that I would like to talk about is yet again a William Shakespeare work, and that is Hamlet. If you haven't read Hamlet, I am damn sure that you have heard about a lot of stories and also seen the movie Heather. It is a story of how Prince Hamlet sees the ghost of his father and how he is asked to avenge his father's death. It is then that Prince Hamlet organizes a play in front of his uncle Claudius, who is the murderer of his father, and how he avenges his death. What are the, remember that famous line, to be or not to be, that is the question. This is the play from where this beautiful line comes from. So the reason that you will love reading Hamlet is because apart from knowing that from where these famous dialogues come from, you will also think about issues of mortality and what are the consequences of life after death. And yeah, that is definitely a part that you'll deeply think about. The last play that I would like to talk about is Candida by Bernard Shaw. This play introduces us with three characters: James Morrell, his wife Candida, and Eugene Marchbanks, who is a poet. Eugene actually loves Candida and has affection towards her. He considers Candida very eternal and divine and believes that she deserves more love and care and affection that she gets from her husband James. Ultimately, all these notions, Victorian notions about love and marriage is put on question, and Candida is made to choose between the two men. Crux in the beauty lies when Candida actually explains that whom she should choose. So that's a beautiful monologue, a very beautiful explanation that she gives to the audience. Ultimately, she says that she chooses the weaker one, and which comes out that the weaker one is her husband James. It becomes a little sad at the end because, James realizes that he's the weaker one of the two. But yeah, all those nuances you will be able to get once you read this play. So yeah, that was about Candida by Bernard Shaw. So with this, we have come to an end of our video. I hope you liked this video, and I will be doing more of recommendation videos because I believe that review videos is not something that I'm good at. I don't know, a long full-fledged review of a particular book or a particular play or a series, I would like to give it a try, but I don't know how much justice I can do to that part of the content. Yeah, that was about the 5 plays that I loved reading. If you do read any of these plays, or if you have read any of these plays, so do let me know your point of view on them, and I would love to know about it. So yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet, bye!